Proficient pilots aim to touch down at the slowest possible speed. In doing so, they use the least amount of runway, consistently control the touchdown location, and limit the potential for a bounce if the landing is not greased or the plane hits a bump on the runway. So how do you determine how slow any airplane can be safely flown? It's the events leading up to the stall that we pay particular attention to. A stall will be preceded by the pilot needing to input increasing amounts of elevator to maintain altitude, to keep a turn level, or extend a landing approach. Instead of waiting to find out close to the ground while landing, climb to a safe altitude and practice flying progressively slower and slower until the plane stalls. In short, pilots judge whether or not a plane is approaching stall by feel, not by speed. After climbing to a safe height, reduce the throttle to a point in which you have to hold in a small amount of elevator to maintain the same altitude while flying racetrack patterns. Note that the plane remains entirely controllable. Reduce the throttle slightly further. At times, it may be necessary to hold in a lot of elevator. Leave the throttle there for a bit in order to get a good feel for flying in this slow condition. Note that despite being slow and wallowing and the controls becoming marginal or mushy, you can still control the plane. Lastly, idle the motor if you're not there already. In the effort to keep the plane from descending, you will end up pulling full up elevator and encounter a classic stall. Recovery is achieved simply by lessening the elevator that put you into the stall, leveling the wings, and possibly adding power. Of course, if the plane has excessive elevator travel, it can be put into a stall before reaching full up elevator, but the sequence is the same. Most likely you will be shocked by how slow the plane can actually be flown before stalling. If you did encounter an exception, that is, a plane that stalls at higher speeds or more abruptly, you might find that rather than being unnerved by the experience, knowing now what to expect can actually prove to be a confidence booster.